What's up? Welcome everyone to our chess stream here. It's the Macro Panda. I'm closely related to the original Panda, but slightly different. Anyway, guys, welcome to our stream. We have pandas everywhere. Asterbate, good to see you. Merle Dixon and Dim, thank you this week for the support. Micro Panda, hello, I'm upside down. Hello. Hello. So, today is Fast Blitz Friday. So, Fast Friday 5+3. Casual challenges. I'm going to take challenges from everybody, not just the subscribers first. Everyone who has like at least 100 games. Please, everyone, assure me that the stream is functioning properly. My computer is acting a little bit weird, and if we have any stream problems, I'd probably have to reboot the whole system, which would take upwards of 10 minutes. So let's just make sure now that there's nothing wrong here, because I'm getting like a little bit of an odd circle thingy on my mouse that normally isn't there. Kind of creepy stuff that Windows does when they're ready to install like a unexpected update or something like that. Asterbate, good to see you. We're ready to take some challenges here. If the stream is alright, then I'm good to go. So please assure me that you guys can see me. Video, audio is okay. Is it choppy? Is it slow? Is it weird? Is it time to start? We've got an unusual time. Usually on Fridays I do mornings, but I have the flexibility now in the United States, in my current location. Lack of any other life, basically, to do the stream on Friday afternoons, which I normally wouldn't do in Budapest. So let's go. It looks great, apparently. I'm getting challenged by Nefedov first. A lot of people aren't going to be aware that I'm available for this stream, because I don't normally do it at this time. I want to check my lag. I'm a little concerned about my lag here. Zen mode, okay. Yeah, 157, 144. It's really just my cursor that's acting weird. So Nefedov tried to do something where he was trying to trick me into playing. He was trying to trick me into playing. What was it? Let's play the stupid Petrov. I'm gonna be Caruana just for Caruana. We're gonna let you play your silliness. I'm not gonna go with the Afro-Maya variation now. I don't trust it fully. RT Fufkin, thanks for joining us. Mr. Coffee, good to see you. We are not afraid of Nefedov's Queen E2. The macho variation. We've got to play this accurately. I really, I've been avoiding going to the trouble of actually studying this, because it seems like it should be kind of a non-threatening variation. But after that candidates tournament where we saw so many crazy results, maybe it's worthy of consideration here, looking at other lines. So Nefedov with the bishop g5, all right. Been here before, done this. He was obviously taught at the Pioneer's Palace to play this variation. He still sticks with it. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole with white, but it's just like lazy man's approach to an opening. Of course, white has some kind of microscopic advantage, but okay, this is a fast game. I better not talk too much. I forget how fast this game really is. So here, strange things. I have talked about the yeah, that's the move that looks scary. Is this really just a blunder for me? If I were to play knight e5, how ridiculous would that be? Probably very. Alright, so have I blundered? King d8, bishop f4. You allow the check on d6. It's not out of the question. Alright, Nefit, I was just a blitz game. I am absolutely fearless. Fear no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. How does it go? In honor of Halloween. Oh my god, Joel Johnson. Who is the worst minor piece on the board? Don't be afraid of ghosts this Halloween, kids. Just remember. Okay, white still has some kind of advantage. It's not like I'm out of the woods completely here. But I like knight h5 a lot in that feat out there. JCS, what's up? My light square bishop is the worst piece? I thought it was his light square bishop. See, his light square bishop is even more blocked than mine. I mean, at least mine has the prospect of being out. I mean, that's the difference I was trying to point out, actually. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but he's going to have to spend the tempo to get his out. He's going to have to play d4. Maybe this is not so bad for me. I'm hoping. I mean, big deal. The queens are off the board. It's symmetrical. So I can't move my king. Anyway, my king is good in the center. What's up, guys? Welcome to my Friday afternoon stream. 4:30. We're going to take all challenges. Please challenge me to 5+3 casual blitz. Everyone's welcome to challenge. No benefits for the subscribers today. I try to do this stream with no benefits for the subscribers, just to kind of encourage other people. I was looking at the black pieces. Forgive me. But I thought you were answering my question about which was the worst piece. There it is. See, he's thinking. He's thinking. Lesseroftheevils.com. Check. No. H6. H6 bishop f4. I wonder what the best approach is here. I mean, the dude's rating is absurd, right? 1690? What? Dude, I don't even understand. He's 1400 in bullet and 1690 in blitz? What are you talking about, dude? Why the made-up ratings? Alright, I think we have to bite the bullet here. I don't like this any more than you do. But something has to be done. This calls for dramatic measures. I mean, I have to put my knight in a bad square. You know I hate that square. Do your worst. We'll play it like a Queen's Gambit. Kramnik on the black side of the Queen's Gambit. It's okay to have... It is a Kramnik opening, after all. It's okay to have double isolated pawns. I guess. Anyway, Nefidab hopefully will lose on time. Cross 1700 for the first time, yes. First time today, up 200 from the beginning of the year. Wait, you're talking about like US rating? What are you talking about, Mr. Coffee? Like lichess? Or, well, Nefidov played what? Knight e3? Your name is what? That is a weird move. He's like, okay, I'll give you a break. I'll give you a break. I'm not going to try to hurt you. Or maybe he is. Alright, first off, the pin has to go. I've got to be able to play. But it's still dangerous. It's still dangerous. Even this move might have been a mistake by me. He didn't double my pawns. Mr. Coffee and Blitz. You're talking about, oh, okay, so lichess Blitz. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Coffee. 200 bits. Donated takes third place for all the week in supporting the stream and bits donations. Baleful, what's up? So the 1690 Nefedov, who's 1400 in Bullet. He doesn't have many games, by the way. I feel like he's really, really wasted his position. He had a tangible advantage out of the opening, and now it's sort of like dissipated to the point where he's not really even better anymore. King safety is obviously overrated in situations where the queens are off the board. So having my king not being able to castle no longer really seems like a major problem. But that knight needs to leave the area. Alright, excitement here. Bishop takes e4. It's probably pretty good for me, actually. I do have to settle on a permanent location for my king. I wonder if this was a good move or not. He castled. Alright, rooks to the center. Dude. Don't even look at the chat, alright, because I could have played knight takes f2. You see, just like trust the opponent. Like, how could you castle queenside with f2 hanging? I knew there was some reason why that wasn't possible. And I just believed you? Oh, man. Nefedov. Interesting. Interesting. The little bishop that could. Better king. Maybe a good bishop. It's not so bad after all. Oh, you want to play f3. Why don't I just go with that pawn to f4 before you do any business with f3? Alright. He's so solid, it's just like ridiculous. He guessed his next move. It was very hard to find. Problem is my king position is kind of tricky. It's hard to believe he's 1400 in Bullet and 1690 in Blitz. I mean, it just seems like he's purposely sandbagged his ratings. Even now, he's solid. I don't think that white is much worse here. I had better ways to play it. He dodged the bullet. Yeah, he played. How could you do that? I mean, king f1. Unbelievable. I mean, queenside castles. That's crazy, dude. The knight from hell. Anything to get in there. What a tricky ending. king takes. Interesting, too. I dropped my c-pawn. It's too bad. How is he 1400 in bullet and he's capable of putting up this kind of resistance? Okay, that's... The one move blunder seemed to be his enemy. The knight f2 before. Man, that was a tough game. Wow, only 47 moves. Very, very tough game. Alright, Artie Fufkin is up next, then Baleful. Don't play the opening late. I need to go back to the drawing board. The Queen e2 Petrov. Very critical. Especially if I'm facing Vladimir Kramnik. Kramnik played the Petrov too, didn't he? Okay, I'm white. I'm playing all my different stuff. It's not Weird Wednesday. I don't have to play unusual openings. I can just play whatever I feel like. Our leg isn't too bad. But actually, Nefedov, it wasn't a comedy of blunders. I mean, the only blunder was you allowing knight takes f2. Other than that, I don't think there was major blunders. It wasn't a bad game at all, except for knight f2. All right, we're going to play this. He's playing the Blumenfeld. You guys know I did a series on the Blumenfeld for the chess world. But I don't get paid, so you don't have to go out and buy it. I mean, I just got paid a flat fee for making that. It's a good series, though. If you want to buy it, you're not making me any money by, you know my priorities. It's all about money. I'm like, crazy. But, oh, seriously. Nils just gifted a tier 1 sub to Dim3337 and has given 2 gift subs in the channel. You guys can check out my Budapest Gambit. Okay, again, I'm taking too much time in the opening. Talk. I don't know. D5's good, but there are other ways to play. I prefer like A6 or Bishop E7 move order, though it can transpose. Artie Fufkin. I don't know much about Artie. He's relatively new to the stream. You don't get too many people who play the Blumenfeld Gambit, although maybe he's seen my series or maybe he's picked it up somewhere else. I'm certainly not the first player to start to play the Blumenfeld. But it's not a trendy opening, really, Nefedov apparently had a winning move. Why didn't you play it? Alright. This is a bit unusual. I'm not typically playing this with the white pieces, usually with black. So he's reinforcing d5, which creates some interesting features to this position. Huh. He's not doing anything about the b5 pawn. I think it's fairly standard. Maybe it's an older way to play. But I'm not sure what I should do. I mean, b3 is okay. I'm a little worried about his center rolling me. Alright, let's go with this. I don't know what the best approach is here. I don't often play with white. You bought the middle game masterclass. Middle Game Masterclass, I worked, I did a good job on that as well, I think. I haven't had any time to do any serious video work lately. I made both those series last year, and iChess contacted me recently to do a couple of series on some openings, but like small stuff, nothing major. Interesting. My inclination is to play like e4 here, but I don't see how it really works. Huh. Getting beaten by one of my favorite openings here. Favorite. Why do I have no counterplay? I can't put any pressure on the center at all. Strange. If we go like Peart's defense style here with knight h4, man, this looks very extreme decision. Very extreme. Extreme moves. Nefedov says that bishop g5 is a good move, but I don't know what I'm doing after bishop g5. Yeah, maybe bishop g5 was a good move. Oh, wait, there was something I didn't like about it, Nefedov, like d4. What am I doing after bishop g5, d4? Why is it such a good move? Not e4, knight h4, similar to the position in the game. What if I play bishop g5, Pablo, and he plays d4? Where am I going? I don't know. It's interesting, maybe. e4, bishop g5 is possible now. So we're doing the full hyper-modernism, almost like a Peart's. As in like the Garry Kasparov's Masterclass. Not exactly. I mean, the Garry Kasparov Masterclass is something else. There's some Masterclass thing, right? This is just the middle game Masterclass I did for the Chess World website. On move 11, there's move 11 always comes up. Where is he anyway? On move 11, there's quite a bit compensation for black. Absolutely. Yeah, well, honestly, I usually play with black, not with white pieces. I encounter this opening rarely. One of my own defenses. But, yeah, I mean, I have to be prepared to play it. You know, no one's actually played the Blumenfeld against me when I was white in a tournament game. I don't think I've ever literally had it played against me. Even though it could have cropped up a lot. Played a lot of white side of the Benoni where people could have played the Blumenfeld, something like that. So now we have two options. But there is no way you can waste time here. Do not waste time. I am playing the Peart's with the white pieces. It's a really weird Peart's, but it's essential to put pressure and destroy. Seek and destroy. Iggy Pop. Might have to sack a piece for like 3 pawns here. Bishop e3, e3, bishop takes e3. That's search and destroy, right? The Iggy Pop song. I know a lot of random stuff, like Bob. e3, bishop takes e3, d4, bishop takes d4, pawn takes d4, queen takes d4. 3 pawns for the piece. This move I did not expect. Whoa. Alright. Take stuff and ask questions later. This looks speculative. Which way I have to take with the king? I do it like a Karpov and a bishop f7. Grunfeld. Dim actually for the white Pierce, 120 bits. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nils, again, for donating a subscription to Dim. And he's giving it back by donating bits. Queen d7 with the idea of g5. Okay, Queen d7 I like, generally speaking. Getting the pieces developed. But we've got knight f5, baby. I mean, this is a good piece. I think he should have exchanged rooks. That would be mildly inconvenient for white. But it's a game. It's a game, but I mean, I'm up a pawn. What am I up? How many pawns am I up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 2 pawns up. Got my original pawn and then pawn number 2. But I don't think he played, you know, he had a lot of options. He played this d4, e4, excuse me, he played this d4 move. Doesn't seem necessary to sack a pawn there. Lots of good stuff now. We're in very good shape. To try to break the center with e3 as well. But I'm also a little concerned about development here. My knight can be challenged. But what if we do it? The gutsy continuation. Thematic. Destroy center. Ooh, I've also got queen g4 ideas. Okay, this is my big idea. Complete the mission. Gives up his dark square bishop. That's not a good move. That is not good. Got the awesome centralized queen now. I mean, I think that black is too many pawns down with king safety issues. So I really like the opening for white, but he messed up. Who's afraid to keep the tension? Okay, it's a winning position. Off to the races. I think if you like examine the opening though, we will see black had a good game. Further evidence that the Blumenfeld Gambit is for real. There may be a6 I wondered about. I can force the exchange victory material. I mean, rook d8 is going to be bad. But if we just stop and look at the opening for a minute, I want to see where we left book. Whose fault is it that we left book? So far so standard. I mean, I like a6 and stuff instead of d5, but d5 is the traditional kind of main line. G3, bishop d6, bishop g2. There's also bishop h3, kind of a weird plan. I went over that in my video series. But this move, you know, threw me a little bit because bishop b7, as you see here, bishop b7 is not frequently played. Now, typically, black castles, maybe knight d7, a6. Here, bishop b7, I honestly think there's a... Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. You guys ever have those friends who always call you at the worst possible time? That's one of those people that like does it like every single time. He calls it an awkward time. All right, so this is kind of a weird move. Anyway, there's a transposition here. So almost everyone played knight on bd2. I actually played a novelty now with knight c3. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This move is apparently a new novelty. Check this out. So there's d4, knight takes d4, bishop takes g2, and I didn't think this would work, honestly. I didn't think this would work because I saw queen e7 and I didn't like it. But apparently, check it out. Bishop takes f1, knight takes h7. This is like computer analysis. How many pawns do I have for a piece here? 4 pawns for a piece. That is a unique position, but I think White's development is a little bit slow. Interesting stuff, guys. Please turn off the engine. The lag is annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. I had the engine turned on. I will turn it off, guys. Alright. Sorry, guys, about the lag. Hopefully the stream will recover. I'm so used to using the analysis engine when I'm not streaming that it's just like second nature. So that was interesting. All right, new variation with knight to c3. I don't know what was going on there. Baleful's up next, then Nils, and then Variety. Okay, so we played a d4. Let's play e4. Knight c3, it was an interesting move. I guess the critical variation was what we were about to look at there. So e4, knight c6. Yeah, let's play the fun variation. I love this. I played this against Tony Miles in a rapid game. A banter game, actually. Miles also played e5. John Curto played knight f6 against me, and I think that move is actually, if you really want to stay in the vein of the opening, I mean, you don't want to transpose. Miles liked the Berlin defense, so he liked to play like knight c6. Nobody's been tempted to play knight d4. Anyway. Accelerated whatever it is. f4. The Portuguese opening. Yeah. So f4 could be played. But I don't think bishop e5 is all that great against the king's gambit. So let's just think about this. Let's just think about this. Alright, sir, I'll just transpose. You're sending via WeTransfer. Oh, yeah. WeTransfer, very useful. It's the Berlin defense. Yuck. I don't want anything to do with it. Play our patented queen e2. Not such a great line, I guess, if black is accurate. We had a game against JCS, I think, where he played pretty well against this. Kasparov got his money. What are you guys talking about? Knight to d4? What is that? That doesn't seem right. See, Baleful, he sometimes makes impulsive moves. This is definitely one of them. Okay, so you're basically taunting me to play e5 here. That's certainly not my only good move. Probably have many. I mean, c3 is good as well, although we could try to be greedy and play something like e5, knight d5, queen e4, c6, move the bishop, bishop c4. It is a weird position. This might be a little bit overextending. I'm not even sure queen e4 is the best move. But let's do it. I looked at it, I analyzed it, I started to focus on it. Let's just play it. Oh, you sent the Kasparov Masterclass on my computer. Alright, I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, you're sending him the license and all that official stuff. Queen e4, bishop c4. This was the plan. See no evil, hear no evil, fear no evil. National Master Joel Johnson. Alright, bishop c4. Someone said, why not e6 right away? Say what? e6? Wait. I missed something. I'm missing something. Okay, so I can try to steal the pawn on d4, and we could try to steal a pawn on d5 as well. YouTube is in trouble. Alright. We're taking the pawn. Pure materialist. This loses time, but heck, a pawn is a pawn. It's a central pawn. That's my motto. Central pawns are always worth grabbing. Now queen g4 steps into a dangerous place. So we want to go here again. I could go over to h4, I suppose. Keep looking at like queen b4. Is there anything wrong with this move? Yeah, it doesn't keep in touch with e5. I don't know. My queen could end up more exposed here in the end. I don't know. Where is Clash Kid? I guess he's not accustomed to my moving back to the American time zone. The American time zones. Guys, I got lemon for my Belgian beer today. We have a different Belgian beer. Every day on the stream we feature a different Belgian beer. I played this guy, Merlin, today from Belgium. I was wondering who I played from Belgium. Merlin Wizard or something like that. Played pretty well too. So this is for you, Merlin Wizard. Baleful is going full on aggro. Sacking pawns for dynamic initiatives. We're getting a lot of people sacrificing pawns today. This is the second one. Now that pawn on d6 like could be kind of disruptive. If you play like bishop b6 and I take it, I realize I'm lagging in development. Okay, this is just a bad move. He's just losing a piece now. Or yeah, I think he's just losing a piece. Baleful needs to take his time. He's not using his time. I need a Belgian beer sponsor. Maybe we can do that. This is a Hogarten. Yesterday we had Leffe. But I've got lemon. I went to the store and I bought lemon because that was like brutal yesterday. It was like drinking Hungarian sweet wine. Alright, and the man has an idea. He has an idea, but fortunately we do too. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And you almost save yourself with d5. But you don't. But you do. But you don't. But you do. But you don't. I lost my rook. Oh no. What am I going to do? Acerbate allowed this the other day. I'd have to stream and yeah. The last time I met a cool person from Belgium was at the European Poker Tour in Prague. We played a chess and poker tournament in 2016, I think. That was a long time ago already. That's insane. 2016 December, I played chess and poker tournament at the Prague EPT. There was this Belgian guy. And he was pretty cool. We made it to the final table. I do that every time. I should have made the money in both the chess and poker tournaments I played in, but I got bad beat right before the money both times. Just a small buy-in, but it's for fun. So the Belgian guy was cool. He was like one of these from the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium, though. Okay, bishop e3. Is that called? I mean, what do they call? That's Flemish. the guys who speak from the Dutch side. Do I do offer poker lessons? No, I never did poker lessons. I mean, I just do chess lessons. We're winning material. Never taught poker, seriously. I just play it. I'd have to like really learn how to teach poker, essentially. I never was a name poker player like I am in chess. Not like I'm a world famous chess player, but I'm, I was in the top 50 in the United States. I mean, I have some credibility. In poker, I'm just another pretty good player, though I did play full time for like 8 years. So many poker players. But anyways, bishop g5. Just like telling weird stories. The Belgian guy was like one of the only nice people on my final table. He was cool. He got knocked out with me like right after my bad beat. Yeah, it was brutal. So bishop g5. Alright, we're just winning material. Mr. Baleful, too speculative, too weird. Stream is pretty laggy today. Well, we had the engine on for a while, but I think it should be okay now. I don't see any issues at the moment. It might have been laggy a couple minutes ago when I had the engine turned on. That will do it. All right, now next game. So Nils is up. So the Northern Netherlands. I'm just talking about all different stuff. Belgian beer. Needs lemon. Don't drink your Belgian beer, Weiss beer without lemon. Not recommended, unless you like extremely sweet drinks. So we're up against Nils, the closest resident to Belgium in the stream. I don't know why I'm playing d4. I'm playing all different random stuff. So you guys should take it back from them, Nilsson. Take all their beer. It's better than Heineken. Okay, g6. Heineken's too sweet too, actually, come to think of it. Knight c3. I never thought about drinking Heineken with lemon, but it might even work. Wow, okay, so I don't know how to say this. Lihin TV just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Lihin TV. We got the Grunfeld against... What do I want to play here? Because Nils is pretty well prepared, like, theoretically. I mean, my Grunfeld with white is just out of date, and I don't know, really the main lines up to date, 2018, basically. I have, like, old theoretical knowledge in critical lines. I've been avoiding the main lines of the Grunfeld for years now, out of sheer laziness, basically. Playing this position since the early... I've been playing this with white since... Well, I was playing it back in early 90s. He played knight c6. Korchnoi versus Stoll. That was a famous game from the mid-90s. Not interested in pawn. Yeah. So this is all theory. But wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be like castled and I'm supposed to play... Did I up the screw here? Aren't you supposed to be castled already? Was I supposed to play like bishop e5 check? Does that even do anything for white? Huh. Something about the move order is funny. Like you should have like castled first, then bishop e2, then knight c6. I remember I had a guy. What was it he did? How did he do that? Oh, I know. I had a game where it was like, okay, d5, bishop takes c3 check, bishop d2, bishop takes d2, queen d2, knight d4, knight takes d4, c d4, queen d4. And, and so this like 1800 tried to play that position against me. But I guess this is normal, actually. I lost to Ilya Gurevich in this position in the Intel Rapid tournament in New York City many, many years ago. Ilya played like bishop h8, which is a theoretical move. But the modern theory says you're supposed to play bishop c7. I might have even had a game with black, actually. So tired today, going to go to bed early. Earlier. Not early, said Nefedov. Alright. But I mean, this is theory. This is theory, but there's some very complicated reason why Ilya and all those guys back in the 80s and 90s, or early 90s, let's say, believe that like bishop h8 is supposed to be better than bishop g7. I cannot remember. It's a very complicated thing. Some obscure tactical reason why the bishop's actually better placed on h8. Your stepmother 100% Hungarian. What took me back to the place? I have to back to the States. I had to help my mom. She was ill. And I'm staying here to help her for an undetermined amount of time. Got to take care of family, guys. So here, yeah, okay, queen a5. Rook b3 I think is normal. Is there some sort of weird trick or something? I might have had like another game that I forgot about. Trading the queens doesn't bother me. It's all about... I've had several games in this kind of line. It's all about the pawn center. White maintaining it, you know, and black trying to dismantle it. Got to pay for subscription. Awesome. We've got one new subscriber just a few minutes ago, and now maybe a second. So it looks like Nils just kind of dropped a pawn. Yeah, it does look that way. It's late in Netherlands. In the Netherlands, it's what time? 11:20 p.m. Got to get over there to support his brother Rook. King f2 better than the routine castles because I can interpose bishop e3. Take care, Nefedov. Thanks for joining us. Guys, Sunday I'm going to be doing a simul, also in the evening like this. Well, late afternoon, 4:30. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. They call it Daylight Time. But it's pretty dark already. Thanks, guys, so much for supporting my stream. I've gone through kind of a tough time. Gotta, like, live separated from my own family. Stay with my mom for a while, take care of her. It's good to have the stream. It's good to have people to talk to. You know, it's like a therapy. And I'm kind of in an isolated place where I don't know that many people, and just doing a stream and hanging out with you guys. It's like being in my own chess club, basically. It's really cool. All right, so Rook takes b7. The Sladgie Chess Club. I think if Bishop d4, I might even not. Yeah, I'm just about to say I might not be on. You know, I might not be down with that actually. I'm gonna just play King f3. Because the bishop e3 is sort of like, well, if he plays e5 or something crazy. I don't know. Bishop e3 was okay. But I'm thinking maybe we can play around it. Play around it. We've got the extra pawn. Now, if Rook takes pawn, we're getting greedy, but we're up a very, very massive armada here. I would imagine I can grab this pawn with impunity. kind of regret I didn't play bishop e3. I feel like that would have been simpler. But we're winning in all cases here, it looks like. This is like an impulsive move. I decided to play at the last minute. Almost always bad when you play impulsive moves at the last possible minute. Now what's that about? Rook f6? You seriously? Let's not. Let's take this now. I have second thoughts. That's an important pawn. I probably should have taken it straight out. Straight away. Go. Just don't. He just sort of sadly blundered. They all have the same excuse. It's late there. I know. Quality, not quantity, that counts here. Now on rook takes a2, he's threatening the brutal rook a3, obviously. So I'm a little bit worried about this. But I think the pawn's pretty fast. And the d6 is pretty fast. Faster than his d-pawn. That's the key. Whose d-pawn is faster? Bishop is the b7 bishop is a goner, someone said. It's not a goner, it's there. That's an old chat. Alright, he resigned. I mean, okay, you should probably play it out a little bit more. I was expecting rook takes a2, you know, like this. This, you know, and you can't really stop this pawn. There's like rook. Maybe you can though. You have rook a3 check. I guess I'm probably winning. King f2. Rook a2. No, that's d7. So d3. And then I have to play, you know, an awkward move. Actually, what is going on here? Here. Yeah, okay, this is fine. It's slightly awkward, but I think it works. What's he going to do? He, like, just can't get there in time. Maybe king f8 or some weird move. Anyway, I think you should put up a little more resistance there. You resigned a bit early. Okay, variety. Eddie Barber, thanks for subscribing. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. I've got replacement Pondas, the scrubs. Scrub Pondas. Congratulations to the Boston Red Sox for making the World Series, by the way. Hello. I'm just a replacement, you know, but I'm a Panda. I'm not the Panda, but I am a Panda, so I'm learning to play chess. We got the other Panda. Oh my god, that you saw his butt. Oh, I'm upside down. He's all messed up. Okay, he's like a Pokemon Panda. Let's go, guys. We've got the Panda theme. The blowfish is here. I haven't showed the blowfish in a while. All right, e4. I'm just kind of in a mood to play e4, e5. I need the second string Pandas. Thinking American football when you talk about second string. I haven't been following football. I live here in the United States. Oh my god, it's Maggie versus Carrie. Yesterday in my Thursday subscriber stream, I went over a game from Altibox Norway 2018. As part of the subscriber stream, Carlsen versus Caruana from the tournament this year. He played a really nice game with white in a bishop's opening. The Impanda. It sounds like impound. Now knight f3, so it's a tricky move order. He's not playing the immediate d3. So I guess in this situation, technically I can play knight takes e4, no? That'll transpose to some Soltigo gambit, right? We had a game. Oh, he challenged me to 3-5. He's got dyslexia. It's like me. I'm developing adult onset dyslexia. 3 plus 5, guys. Don't do what he did. I don't normally play this time control. All right. It's cool. Dyslexic time control. But I don't believe in white's position here. Now we have to make a decision. I mean, e5 is clearly just hanging. What's our best decision? Make him give me that bishop. Give me the bishop. Give me the bishop. I don't know what the best move is there. I have no clue. But I like getting his bishop. We've got to be at least equal here. Looks like a promising position, I would say. Because of the long-term value of the two bishops in a fairly open position. Kind of like a weird Scandinavian reversed or something. This is kind of strange. I feel like I'm playing the semi-Slav. At least it's not rated. True, Mr. Coffee. I actually don't mind this time control. What is the official FIDE time control? Is this... What is the official FIDE time control? 3 plus 2? This is 3 plus 5, so that's a lot of time, actually. It's not that bad. You just get used to one time control. So when lichess gets the option, I will challenge 0.5 plus 0.3. It's just giving me a headache imagining those time controls with fractions and stuff. Alright. Variety. Variety show. Now I'm threatening e4. Or am I? Because knight g5 actually could be kind of dangerous. Maybe or not. He just plays d3, so... yeah. I'm down with this. I'm looking for a trade of queens here. Excuse me, I don't mind trading queens. We have a lasting advantage based on the bishop pair. And that's something for me that's almost like second to material. You know, it's almost like a material advantage. And if you... He seems sort of like negligent here. You did notice your queen was under attack, right? So, I mean, bishop for knight is like, according to Howard Staunton and the American Chess Player's Handbook, bishops are worth 3.5. I have this book, a couple copies of it somewhere. It's like an antique. Bishops are worth 3.5 and knights are worth 3 pawns. So I have a material advantage here, effectively. Nils would identify with the fractional pawns. This feels like a wimpy move, but I know that my pawn is going to come under fire with that. And another catchphrase, but cliche. Pawns should be protected by pawns. Grandmaster Nick DeFermian. We can just do g5, but it's kind of weakening. I like it though. Not a very macho square. Well, he's simplifying. See, I'm content with the small advantage. This is a concession. He strengthens my center. We have the two bishops, strong pawn structure. If you guys want to talk to me during the stream, don't send me a message because I don't open my hate mail on lichess openly. I will read the chat on Twitch though. So that's it. Failure to calculate. I was going to play g5 anyway, but that does it for white. Strategically, Variety clearly isn't a bad player. It was a very logical kind of setup. He just overlooks like a one-move tactic. Late starters tend to make tactical mistakes. I don't know if Variety is, if he's like a young player or an older player, but this kind of like playing the whole game well and then making a silly mistake is a characteristic of people who start the game kind of late, but not always. Where's GM Nick DeFermian at these days? I don't know. You know, he has a kid in Denmark. He was living in New York. I haven't seen him in a long time. May still live in Denmark, for all I know. Alright. He's an old man, compared to me. Probably wouldn't appreciate that comment too much. Alright. But Nick and I became kind of friends eventually. We didn't hit it off well in the beginning, but we grew on each other. We have a lot of mutual friends. He's a great player. We played several times. I'm very lucky to have a win against him, which wasn't really deserved. Bishop e7. Trying to think. I lost to Nick once at least. I drew once and I won once. I'm trying to think if there's another loss I might have. I tend to erase losses from my mind more often than wins, for whatever reason. Surprisingly. Do you guys find that you do the same thing? You're more likely to forget your losses? It's like your subconscious is protecting you from an unpleasant experience or memory. And he's got rook c7. Very determined. He didn't do it. Oh no. He's got rook c7. But that's not going to be enough to save him. It's kind of a risky procedure by me. Maybe this isn't the most accurate move, but rook c7 check. I ought to just put my king on h8. So the pawn doesn't queen. My instinct is to go up, but I think that's actually foolish here. Perhaps not, though. Too many losses to remember. Suppressed memory. Eddie Barber. Okay, so you have to play rook f1 to stop the mate. Stop the mate. Stop the pain. That's why I wanted to put my king on g6, but I was like, oh my god, what if his pawn gets through? It'd be tragic if I lost. But after rook f1, it wasn't that easy to execute white. Okay, next game. Let's just keep it flowing. Zen Chess, 5+3. Zen Chess is pretty good. He said he's broken over 2,000 USCF. I thought he was already over 2,000. What are we going to do? He's been tough. He's got a few points against me. A couple draws recently. I guess those are 7+3s. Okay, I don't know what to play. He plays the Najdorf. What are we doing against the Najdorf, guys? Move 11's not here. I was talking to Move 11 about Najdorfs not that long ago. I don't really know anyone else that I work with who, you know, I've been working on the white side of the Sicilian, say. I don't know the theories after knight b3, the theories. The lines too well, so I have to play here. And I think we had this game with Zen Chess once already. This type of variation once before. It's basically a chicken line where we're not going to go postal opposite side castling. Just play like stable, safe. But some good players have played this way. Anand sometimes like to play this. Eddie Barber says how to challenge me. You just challenge me in lichess. Just click on my name. You know, you can click on my name. I can't show you because I can't challenge myself, but if you hover your cursor over my name on lichess, Sparkle Horse, you should be able to find a link, you know, to challenge me. So, what about a4? Just restricting the queen side? Bishop e7 is main line. Yeah, actually, Zen Chess played Bishop e6 against me one time, and we had a weird game after knight g5. That was kind of interesting. It's just kind of meant to be a safe variation for white, I think. More so than anything else. So, what are options for putting our bishop somewhere? You know, c4 is clearly the most active. I feel like I've run into some trouble, particularly against people I suspected of using a computer in a simul. There was this simul I used to do on the Internet Chess Club. And there's one guy I played regularly. This is going back a couple years ago. One guy I played regularly who, like, I was sure he was using an engine. Eventually I had to quit doing simuls on there because it was just too embarrassing. They paid like a membership to belong to the Internet Chess Club and then like cheat. I guess people do it on chess.com too, but that's really sad. Like, pay a membership to a site and then cheat. Alright. It's sad to cheat, period, but what do I want to do? Okay, whatever. Here, most active possible square, the d5 square. To consult my friend Move 11, who's not here now, on this variation. I have no clue about the theory. I'm just making logical moves. Don't give me too many hints, Eddie Barber, because I might actually use them. I feel kind of guilty about that. Don't tell me all the moves. I actually didn't look at his suggestions before I played my moves. But also might kind of, it's not good if you like make suggestions. It kind of messes with my mind subconsciously. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this isn't the only move, Queen e2. I could have played Bishop e3 or Bishop a2, possibly even Knight to d2, though that looks a little passive at this stage. I have no clue. Black gets to play like Knight d7, except maybe he can't do that here. Bishop takes e6, pawn takes e6, knight g5. In the event of knight d7 might actually be very strong, because there's like literally no way to protect e6. It's kind of funny. Maybe the same applies here if he plays knight d7. But now I can't maintain the tension. Alright. Could just play knight d2. That gives up some control. Bishop b3. Queen c7 is clearly a good move. It's like a constructive, useful move. Bishop a6, queen a6 is winning. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's just make the move. A move. Zen Chess, one of those players who seems to be particularly good in the opening. Nils is another one. We have several players, I would call them like opening files. Regardless of their ratings, it seems like certain people gravitate towards studying openings. Say more they enjoy the opening stage more than other stages of the game. And I think that maybe Zen Chess is one of those players. Obviously JCS is another one. Seems to be very fond of learning and studying seriously the chess openings. Ponda, the scrub Ponda is, our original Ponda is in Budapest, but scrub Ponda, yeah, I'm just kind of learning to play h4 myself. That's my cousin Ponda's, favorite idea. h4 not very appropriate here, as you guys might have guessed. Now black played knight c6. You know, typically in the Najdorf, you don't often do that. But he's focusing on d4. He's got this idea. It's kind of a weird scenario. I mean, I'm expecting knight a5 here. Tense battle over the center. Turkey farm as well. I'm not a specialist in anything really. Rook c8 is a good move. I mean, does he potentially line up some kind of exchange sack, but his queen's in the way? I think he's looking at knight a5, knight c4. But I'll take anything that comes to c4. All my pieces are in the game. I really kind of wanted to play bishop g5, but then he would be on knight d4. See, that's the problem. That's why I played this move. He's like psychic. Like, he sees that I'm threatening bishop g5, so he played h6. What the heck? That was like my last move, literally. Knight d5, take, take, take. I can't take with the rook. Come on. So what do I do now? I mean, h3 is like a kind of useful waiting move. Just to keep things off of g4. Just like he played h6. It's a tense game, though. It looks to me like very typical for this type of variation. Did I miss anything with like bishop takes? e6, maybe queen c4? Not really. Doesn't look like I missed anything. I don't know what I could have done. I'm a specialist on the white side of the Benoni. Oh, no, I didn't know that. Was not aware. Alright, well anyway. Whoops. Just kind of holding the ground here. Man, Zen chess is good at openings. Dude is good at the Najdorf. He's like a Najdorf expert. But this is probably a fairly popular variation. So I shouldn't exactly expect people not to know what they're doing. It's not like I played Emery Tate like queen f3 on move 6. Or something like... What would it be? Move 6, yeah. Something random. Okay. Hesitation. Now maybe queen f3. If I take, then he has queen takes. And he's starting to make some progress. The d5 square is the most important square in the Sicilian defense. I just don't see how he can do that. I missed a5 last move. a5, an interesting idea there. Wow. So this is like a blunder? A blunder. 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 He did a good job. I think he was okay until rook fd8. Clearly overlooked rook a7. I'm just like an opportunist. I just wait for some stupid mistake and then win a material. Win a material somewhere. It's very deep. Don't let up. Yeah, black is toast here. His king side is toast. Okay, guys, I don't know what was going on there. We can take a look at the opening and see where we left book. I'm not going to turn on the engine. Let's take a look here, because I have no clue what I'm doing, theoretically. This much, you know, even a4 is not supposed to be great, so I'm supposed to play bishop c4, okay? We could transpose to something. Apparently not a great line for white, theoretically. Plays the best move there. Only 3 games where this position has arisen. 2 of the players are good. With white, though. Very old games. So bishop e3. And I lose those 2 good players. I get stuck with this random guy in 1997. Artisan and Timofeyev played other moves. So here, maybe there's still hope for a transposition. We're out of book. We left book with h6. Alright. So it's 5:48 now. I started streaming at 4:30, guys. We've got about an hour left in the stream. So I just asked that everyone has 100 rated games outside of Bullet in order to play. Casual challenges. Endgame Magician, please change this to a casual challenge, and you'll be 4th. Guys, please support the stream. Dim donated up to 670 bits this week. Merle Dixon 651, and Mr. Coffee 200. So thank you, guys. All right, new opponent here. I'm trying to play more e4. That's been an ongoing effort of mine to play more e4. I did play e4 many times, you know, in tournament games, but I'm not really a specialist. All right, I've got coffee, that's gone. I've got beer and lemonade. That's kind of a weird combination. Coffee, beer, and lemonade. So now I played the Petrov earlier against Nefedov. Now I'm facing the Petrov, or Russian defense. I always play knight takes e5. Oh goodness, what is this? This is beyond the Afro-Maya variation. It reminds me of the Latvian. Wow, that's cool. That's a good, I bet that's a good bullet opening right there. Like seriously. You can try to get all the pieces out quickly. That's got to be a good bullet opening. Very, very interesting. Okay, I mean, I guess in a way this is actually a gambit line with colors reversed. Bishop c5, bishop e2. I'm up a pawn. I'm going to clam up like a computer. I like material, but I'm not a materialist. You can quote me on that. Alright. If it's free, it's for me. All kinds of stupid sayings that I've picked up. Castles. Again, great bullet opening here. I'm an authority on bullet since I have 0 bullet games on lichess in the last 3 years. Don't like bullet, but I do understand, you know, certain openings will be advantageous in that ultra fast time control. This is the kind of thing that would mess people up. Very good choice. Okay, so we need to get the pieces out safely. Another good move is, I kind of like this, prophylaxis. h6 is clearly to stop bishop g5, but on the other hand, it's also clearly, I would say, a destructive move for black, in a way. Kind of, maybe not destructive, but not a constructive move. It also weakens your king side, and unless you're intending to play g5, which looks very weak, yeah, it's a passive move, and it's suboptimal. More fortune cookie quips. If it's free, it's for me. I like free pawns. The world's foremost authority. I'm the world's foremost authority on materialism in chess. No, seriously, I don't like to take material. In many cases, I'll turn it down. But when it's a central pawn, I have gone on record as saying this before. I'll make exceptions for central pawns. I like central pawns, and especially when they're free. So maybe we got like a Dutch type of thing going on here. Queen e1. I'm expecting rook d8. I have a majority of pawns on the king side since his e-pawn decided to leave the board. And that can be the preemptive, real, basis behind a king side attack for white. I mean, f5. This is the diagonal that we can sacrifice on h6 and punish him for making that h6 move. You and Yasser. Yasser is a beautiful positional player. Great. I love his style. Love his style. Excellent technique. I mean, we've only ever played blitz. I never had a tournament game with Yaz, but we played a few blitz games, probably online. I think I actually beat him once. I'm sure he was plus. I don't think there's more than 5, though. I don't remember. I didn't keep track, but let's say I played Yasser a couple of games, a handful over the years. Pawn vac. Alright, so I was talking about this. Mobilization of queen. Very Dutch. And that's not meant to be negative. It's just funny, like, okay, Nils is here. He's from the Netherlands. One of our former moderators, Jeroen, is also from the Netherlands, and it's funny, he plays the Dutch. I don't know if it's like a national patriotism for Dutch chess players to play the Dutch. I'm just kidding. I really have no clue. Okay, here we're going to go for it. For lack of a better plan. This mobilizes my bishop. We got a fallback square for the knight. Always be prepared, like the Boy Scouts or whatever. Europeans don't understand that probably, but I was never in the Boy Scouts. It's kind of corny. But I just think this being prepared, they say, is a saying, right? King h7, good D. Good D. Let's just keep it going. Development. I could have grabbed the pawn, but it looks dangerous. Like getting my queen trapped isn't on the agenda for today. I mean, there's a very good chance my queen would be trapped there. So the whole fortress, or whatever you want to call my position, what did I just do? Oh my god, I didn't realize you could do that. I've never done that. Flip the board in mid-game. That's weird, dude. You can flip the board in mid-game and look at the position from your perspective, your opponent's perspective. I never thought about that. Do you guys play tournaments, and have you ever been annoyed by an opponent who does that? Because that is really annoying. The guy who, like, goes behind you and starts looking at the board from the other side. I mean, dude, that's just annoying. And I think that some people do it just to piss their opponents off. Basically. Another good defensive move from this guy. He's 1400, but I was just on the verge of killing him, and he played queen g5. And it's like kind of counterintuitive because you're down a pawn. This was a good idea. If f6 also has the g file. Now he can stop me with like f6. Of course, that would allow me to create a crushing passed pawn, but it would still take me a long time to win the game. Alex CL, what's up? What do we got for viewers today? It's Friday night. I never stream at this time. We have 55 viewers. It's a good time to stream. I've never based my streams about trying to attract the maximum kind of most viewers. Okay, now he's toast. This was just an outright blunder. Strategically speaking, he's still not absolutely resignable lost. Trading queens was one thing, but this damage to his pawn structure, he can't really afford that, I think. Maybe I should have played rook f7 check while I had the chance. Now he can oppose the file and put up some resistance, but ultimately I'm winning. I have a protected passed pawn. His pawns are mangled. You know, you don't need everything to win here. This is enough. How's the U.S.? Expensive? No. I like the U.S. It's actually nice to be home in a way. I was here though in the summer. I was just here the whole summer basically. So it's not like I'm experiencing something I haven't experienced for a long time. Yet I'm not being materialistic enough here, maybe. A little bit unmaterialistic. I didn't want to give him anything. I didn't want to give him the F file. Now he has bishop e8 there, but no, this is over now. So you have to play bishop e8, and you can put up some more resistance. Now it's hopeless. Life in the U.S., it's good. It's good. But I'm in a tough spot. I've got to take care of my mom. She's not, like, incapable of taking care of herself at all, but she needs help. So it's not like I'm on holiday, you know. All right, we got from position. That's weird. Somebody challenged me to a challenge from position. That's cool. All right, let's do it. In-game magician, he corrected his challenge from the rated challenge earlier. Guys, we have 45 minutes. 45 minutes from position. This was challenged from position. It's like an endgame. All right. An endgame. Interesting. So he's to move and win or something? At least I could get the move here. It's not my move, is it? Wait. It is white's move, right? Why are the clocks not running? He has to make the first move. I'm an idiot. Alright. I mean, I assume this is like lost for black. I don't know why this weird position was chosen. But perhaps there is a way to draw this. So if I play, let's see, h5, I'm going to lose all my pawns. So I can't do that. You might be able to play h6. I would prefer not to move any pawns. Let's say king here, h5, king here, h6, king here. I'm just going to go with king e7. I'm not certain that this is the best move. I think it's better for me not to weaken my pawns. I've never had anyone do this, challenge me to a from position in the end game. But fine. Which country has the worst head of state, Hungary or the USA? Alright, I'm not going to even get started on that. I mean, you know, I think that it's got to be here. I mean, I don't really like either of them, but it seems like, you know, at least Orban is like kind of normal in a way. All right, in a way, you know, he's not totally insane. h5, h6. We're playing h6, right? Because if I give way, I mean, actually, does that matter if I play here, king f5? Then I have like h6. If I play h6, king f5. h6, f5, king here, f6. That's a problem. So I guess I should go here. Hungary's slightly worse? How could Hungary be slightly worse? Alright, now we cut off his king. Is it like king d6, h6, king g6, king e6, king h6, f5, and he like wins? I don't know. JCS is trolling me, making me make political statements. So h6, king e5, king e7. I'm thinking h6 here. h6, king d7, king f6, king e8, king f5, king f7. See, that looks like a problem. And maybe the fact of the matter is this dude is like challenging me to play a lost king upon him. I don't know why you would do that. King d6, h6, king f5, king e7, king takes, king f7, king f5, king g7. Hey, maybe I can do this. I can go up and take the pawn. Because clearly, like, h6 is his best try. If I go over and take that, he'll queen his f-pawn. So he has to play h6 here. King f5, king e7, king f4, king f7, king f5, king g7, king e6. And that's probably a draw. King h7, king f7. Yeah, maybe he wants to feel the satisfaction of beating me. Looks like white can't make progress here, probably. Did I pass the test? King and pawn in games. All right, guys, we've got 40 minutes left, so I'm gonna be able to play maybe like 4 more games, hopefully. 5 minutes a game? No. 10 minutes a game. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll play as many as I can until 6:45. Then I gotta go. I started at 4:30. All right, so h6. Yeah, this is the only try. I can go here and I probably lose. King e6, king a6, f5. Wait, king g6, king e6, king takes h6, king f6. Ooh, that's bad. So I have to go up here and then come back and then stalemate him in the corner. That's got to be the only way. But I've got to get to f7 when he takes. I got to be ready to go to f7 when he takes on h7. So king e7, king f4, king f6, king e4, king e4, king g7, king f. Is this winning for him? Maybe it is winning. I see. He shoulders me now. See, he's got it all worked out. So that's the winning move. King here. Was this just like trolling me? Like he wants to beat me? Alright, so I resign. That's a winning position. But why are you challenging me to like a lost king and pawn endgame? That's a really weird thing to do. I mean, I don't know, dude. Alright, anyways, next thing. Yeah, the king f6 shouldering move was a forced win. Fritz Grant, that's a strange thing to do. Don't do that anymore. If you're going to make me play a king and pawn game, like make it a draw or something. Because I don't understand the point there. Alright, if I have a hopeless position that's lost, why do I have to why do I have to play a hopeless position that's lost? Alright, e4. No value in that for me. You just gave me false hope. I thought, oh, maybe it is a draw. Alright, something weird. I've been playing e5 today, but I'll play the Quinteros. d3, just a quiet, neutral move. You might as well challenge me to a game where, yeah, you have only the king against his pieces. Yeah, that's weird. At least the endgame was instructive. Yeah, I agree, JCS. Maybe it was a game from his actual practice, but he seemed to know it pretty well. That would be weird. Alright, we'll transpose to King's Indian attack with my queen on c7. I wonder if I should have played knight c6 after all. I guess that's fine. There could be the option of playing d5. My queen is weird here. So early. Probably have to play the straight up classical knight f6 type of line. It's fine. Queen c7 is fine. It's a line. It's probably a good line. Actually, Alex CL, I was talking about my Alex friend from Romania, Alex Manea, and he had a nice game once on the black side of a King's Indian attack where he played like this. And I had to make an I am Norman, he did it. This type of line, we don't have to commit to castling too early. That's the idea for black. Buying time. Fritz Grant, though. I played him before. He seems pretty good. Though not like a really standard setup for white here. Right, if you're going to play b4, I'm not fearing like your kingside attack coming to get me. He's actually playing on my side of the board, theoretically. You know, the queen side. Rooks should come to the center. Files. So making all these weaknesses on the queen side, he can't play a Bobby Fischer, Meg Mercer in kind of my 16 memorable games. King side attack type of thing. Once you commit to a lot of weaknesses on the queen side, now you're going to have to play on the whole board. You can't do an all-out KIA attack on the king side and expect success. But I suppose that the setup basically with a3, c3, and you know, bishop b2, it's not bad. It looks a little strange on the surface, but it's probably not really bad. Now what? I'm constantly telling people to keep the tension. And with that in mind, I guess I should play rook a c8. There's also a5, but on a5, I'm concerned about b5 locking it up. I'm from Brasov, but he lives in like the mountains somewhere. I don't know. Rook a c8. I'm not sure he's playing chess a lot. Okay, here. I don't know, a5, I really wanted to play a5, but seriously, I think it just gets locked. And I don't see any real benefit in taking here. Sacking a piece, anyone? Doesn't work. Exchanging, you could also play c4, I guess. Whenever the streamer holds their pose and doesn't blink, you think the stream is frozen. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I just shaved and like I don't have my beard anymore. It feels weird. Alright. Here we are, the actual position, rook on a to c8. There's no tactics. My knight is misplaced. It's like blocking everything. So what do we do with that? We have to put it back on b8, literally. That would be horrible. I don't want to have to do that. Maybe I play a5 or cd and a5 and try to penetrate along the c file. Man, I mean, that is such a sad move. To have to play knight b8. I don't really want to have to do that. I don't see any tactic. Knight b8 is just wrong. It's wrong. He's trying to get everything here. Kingside attack with weaknesses on the queen side. Doesn't seem right to me. Alright, I don't know. I don't see another way to do this. We must go through. Perhaps I should have exchanged on d4 first. f6 is no good. e6 is just red meat. No, I can't do that. If my bishop was on c8 maybe, or I'd like rooks placed on a8, f8, and e8, something like that. Gotta watch out for sacrifices here. Fritz Grant. He also played very well in another game against me. I managed to win, it looks like, but I remember having like a really tough time. Not that game, I guess. He's got the classic kingside attack going on. So take, queen c3. What am I gonna do? I was thinking queen c3, queen d3. That's not good. He's got queen c3, bishop d2. Queen b2. Funny, haha. Can I do this? With the idea of queen d3? Or bishop d2, queen b2. I just need a place to live. This may be a blunder. Probably is. Though my bishop's protected, I was fearful. I was fearful like I would get pinned here, but it's silly. I mean, my bishop is protected by the knight on b8. You have to watch for sacrifices on d5, of course. I was a little bit worried about that. It just doesn't seem like, you know... It doesn't seem like it's fair that white should have a kingside attack after creating so many weaknesses on his kingside, on his queen side, without paying some sort of price, let's say. So we're living on the edge with my queen in a very precarious position here. Because I don't have any way in. I mean, if I get this bishop in here, I'm really happy. h6. Necessary evils. Weakening my kingside, but I can't let him play h6. This bishop's coming to the rescue with bishop d3 to guard my kingside. Someone suggested bishop f8 and knight e7 earlier. Maybe that was interesting. This is not really my cup of tea, in the words of Manny Machado. Most of you don't know who that is. A very lazy baseball player. That was a good decision, though. Now my queen is, like, trapped. That's good. Is the queen trapedo? Desperation. Queen has no squares. Need to free myself? Oh, I hung my pawn again. I need to get my queen out. We're gonna like... This is like just... prying the lines open to try to free my queen. Nice call early on how the game was gonna go. What's that, Acerbate? Are we talking about chess or baseball? A4, fixing the pawns on the queen side, creating a target. I'm a little concerned this is too blocked for me. Not even sure that was a good move. The dude is coming after me on the king side. God. Wow. Okay. Strong player. Now he's heading for d3. Am I ever allowed to have, like, a threat? Do you think that could be arranged? Unbelievable. He's a genius. Alright, we have to go in. F4 anyway. Defended everything. Only temporary. We gotta be making some sort of progress here. Wow. So it's like G5, but fine. I could sack the exchange. I like this exchange sack. I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm not sure if it's enough. It's also good with increment. How about my king getting into the game? No, I meant my king. Remarkable display. How do we make progress? It's amazing. I mean, this guy is tough as nails, though. How do you make progress? I don't know. I'm just making random moves. How am I making progress here? It looks like a dream. Does somebody see how to make progress? He lost on time. Just a moment here with engine, just to get a approximate evaluation. +2 according to the engine. Wow. But it's still not easy to make progress. Really tough game by Fritz Grant. Okay, guys, 25 minutes left. I'm going to take a couple more challenges here. We'll see how they go. Got to go at 6:45. But that was touch and go. I wasn't super comfortable playing. I don't like playing the black side of that passive. The passive French against the King's Indian attack. Not my thing. My endgame central squeeze. I didn't like F6, and I didn't see how to break. Maybe if I played F6 and took with the pawn, but that would give him an outside pass pawn. Here we're facing another player who was pretty tough when I played him earlier the other day. Maybe the same opening, I don't remember. It's like it's a lot of things. It's a Réti. Now it's a Tarrasch, or Catalan, or semi-Tarrasch. We're done with the Belgian beer. Why does everybody play this move? Is that a real variation? Like, I literally never faced someone who played that. I would have laughed at that. Like, when I learned theory, I mean, it's only 2 lines, you know. In the Tarrasch, there are basically 2 variations. You take, or you like push. That's it. I mean, there are no. I mean, first you play Bishop E7, but after Knight C3 and Bishop G5, Bishop E7, Knight C3, castles, Bishop G5, you have either take or push. Bishop E6 is some kind of like totally rare kind of side variation. This is not really good for black, but I see it all the time. Simplifying, leaving yourself with a static weakness here. I have faced this a lot. This move also weakens black's position. He's trying to play Bishop C5. But you are significantly weakening squares. You're weakening the long diagonal. There have to be consequences. And I guess the pawn itself becomes really weak now after Bishop G5. Yes, we just go back. I have a check. The check might be good. Because after check, actually, I think he has a good move. He doesn't have a good move. Queen d7 is fine. We're winning a pawn, the central pawn. Bishop d7 takes defense away from d5, so that's bad as well. After something like bishop d7, we can play queen b3, queen h4, probably queen b3. It's 19th century BS. It's like early 20th century BS. It's like you'll find some games from 1907 where people played bishop e6. But yeah. There was one variation I saw where people do that sometimes seems kind of okay. See, I played knight c3. Now, the only thing that makes sense to me is for black to play h6 here. I've sometimes encountered this. And at least with h6, you know, you protect against knight g5, you keep the tension. If I'm going to take here, you save time. So I think you gotta play h6 if you want to try to make that work. Now I want to think about this. Just a minute. Queen f4, the favorite move of Stockfish. Like literally. It's just obsessed with putting its queens on these squares. If you run it through a lot of positions, this engine, the Stockfish, it just loves those squares. I would wager $5 that Queen f4 was probably its choice in this position. Oh no, knight takes d5, knight takes d5. He can actually do that. So let's just keep it simple. Simple and winning. Or pawn up with a better structure. There's no death blow, unfortunately. So what's the strategy here? Trade the white square bishops, get some kind of knight versus bad bishop. That would be really good. We have no weaknesses. Guys, thanks for watching and subscribing to the stream. I had a couple new subscribers today. Dim and Merle Dixon supported the stream with donations. Mr. Coffee. Those three guys this week have been very generous. I don't think I really have an attack. This is an endgame technique. Yeah, he found the only move. Do we have anything tricky? B4. Not really. So, I'm going to bring the rooks to the center. But it's good to have a plan. It's generally a good idea to have some sort of plan. Because I don't have a knockout here. I'm just up a pawn in a position where the other guy has the two bishops, and that's kind of a little upsetting. I don't really like that. B4 and rook d1. That was an idea, but I didn't see how it worked. Knight c7. Unfortunately allows bishop takes e2. What am I talking about? Okay. So he loses. This is a whole rook and nothing but the rook. So help me God. Because it's protected by... It's a double attack. You call that a double attack, right? Knight takes a8 double attack, so he's lost. Too many pieces. Guys, we have some time left. Maybe 2 more games if we're lucky. That's it. Full rook. Sorry, full knight down. Alright. Is it a roach motel? Are you planning on trapping my knight? You can never trap it. Can't happen. Nagada. You're not allowed down here. You're on punishment. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Lock everything on white squares where you can't control. And you can just forget about it. This is hopeless. Now rook d5 would trade rooks. Last thing he wants here is a rook trade. Honestly. His only active piece. Alright, the time is ticking away. I've got time for at least one more game. maybe 2. When you're up material, trade down. Don't forget it. Alex canceled your challenge. Alright. You're Ignis. Endgame Magician is next. Okay, guys, I have time for one game. Maybe that'll be it. It just depends. I'm getting pretty hungry for dinner. So I'm probably going to go after this one. Can't play everybody, unfortunately. Thank you guys for the games today. This is like a super short game. If I remember correctly, Endgame Magician was pretty tough. It was a tough game. Thanks, Alex CL. Yeah, I'm sorry I mentioned food. This is a really trendy variation. Well, it was trendy. Most recently, I saw it played in December by Robert Marcos. It's good. It's good. It's okay for black. There was a game, Glidora versus Marcus, I was there for. They did something weird, like Marcus went here and allowed a trade of queens. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks kind of strange. You know, optically it looked like Glidora was better, but I guess it's a very, very small advantage for white. Quite sure what the best is here. Let's try this. No, it's tempting to just like retreat the knight, but that seems like kind of lame. Obviously, black's knight is poorly placed on h5. So I think this is going to be the last game for today, guys. This guy's pretty tough. 1913, 2100 in rapid, 15. Oh, was this the guy who was like 2100 in rapid, 1500 bullet? That's kind of weird. Not a typical rating distribution. Okay, well, my pawn will get attacked at some point, so I think if I did play bullet, I would at least be 2200, I hope. I am slow and kind of clumsy with the mouse for my level, but I could play, you know, if I had to. I don't know how you can be like 2100 rapid and 1500 in bullet. It's like his little brother plays the bullet games. Probably his little brother plays the rapid games. I don't know. I don't know how that can be the same player, honestly. Maybe you're playing on a touchpad or something, you know? That's the only explanation. Exclamation. Last game, guys. Quick question on Carlsen. Is it me or something happened to him? He plays slightly weaker, am I right? Well, he probably has a girlfriend or something. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he hasn't, but I think it's like it's psychological. You know, you're world champion. Like, it gets boring after a while. You know, what can you do? Now there's nothing to achieve. He's already world champion. He doesn't have this, like, very strong, you know, motivation. What's the next thing to achieve? Kind of run out of ideas. I think it's normal for Magnus to kind of let up, you know, but I don't think that the Caruana has a great chance. We looked at a game on Thursday. I really like Carlsen in this match. I think he's a 2-1 favorite. And Game Magician. That's probably a decent move, Rook B8. Eddie Barber, is this you? You're Endgame Magician? Because I had no clue. Should have let me know. Okay, it is him. I like white's game here, but black is okay, I guess. I'm getting kind of groggy. I don't like the location of my rook on that diagonal, to be quite honest. And on a2, we keep different ideas possible. White is better. But winning is, you know, a complicated process. I don't know that black is, like, lost or anything. He's played very well. Slightly worse for black, but defensible position. You know, it's a tough struggle. Maybe I take some more space. Huh. Close to something here with white, but... yeah, okay. Maybe this. Maybe not. Yeah, because if a6, I have this. And if rook b7, then I play d5, and I've got a square. So we've got a plan. We've got a plan. We've got to get in there. Now we're good. No, that doesn't seem right. Let's follow up logically. I took. He didn't have to take. Goes for total blockade. It's like a computer position. Yeah, this is very awkward. Extremely strong player. F5 I'm not really in love with. That looks kind of risky for black. This pawn becomes a kind of weakness. But I have a liability here. But his king is, ooh, very nasty. Okay, now I'm looking at rook endgames. Check? Do you want to check or not? Guess I don't have to do anything. I mean, like here. Wow, he's just instantly. He's so fast. How could you be 1500 in bullet, dude? You're extremely fast. And you're faster than me. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Alright. We're making some progress here, but it's kind of a tricky position. Somewhat Sound said better enough to win with best play on both sides. Yeah, it's a good position. This might be a stupid move. I don't really have a threat. Nobody has threats here. But I don't imagine his bullet rating. It's like Nefedov. Like, what? He's playing touchpad with his little brother. His 5-year-old brother. Using the touchpad. I don't know. Where are we going? Keep the rook restricted. Rook restriction. I also don't like getting forked. I'll tell you right now. I don't want to get forked. I think he's in trouble here. It's basically Zugzwang, isn't it? We thought it was Zugzwang too early. It was almost Zugzwang, but he found a way out of it. Like, it's amazing. He's got a defense to everything. Wow. He literally sees everything instantly. But he's 1500 in bullet. That doesn't make sense. Very, very tough ending here. Nah, I just lost. Blundered. Yeah, good game. I know I was getting hazy there. H5 though, I couldn't make progress. Your play was too perfect. Yeah, sure. Too perfect, dude. That was a great game. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make progress here. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Yeah, black played really well. Me, not so much. I don't think you were beat, dude. I think you were just defending a worse position. That was an excellent game by black, though, defensively speaking. Okay, guys, that's it for today. We're going to close down the stream. I will see you tomorrow. So sadly, on a loss, blundered a rook there with knight g5 check. Forgot about that little check there. Okay, anyway, guys, on behalf of the Pandas and myself, I will see you guys. Was that our first game, by the way, that I have played with him? Ever? We played before. I guess I beat him a couple times somehow. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Sunday with the simul on at 4:30 p.m. EDT, same time as here. Anyway, thanks for the games, guys. Good luck, and see you on Sunday again. Simul 4:30 p.m. 20 players. It'll be 30:30 time control this Sunday here on lichess and Twitch. Thanks, everybody. I will see you then. Bye bye.